evening, and thank you for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. Tonight, our coverage takes us to Clinton Prairie High School, where we have a varsity doubleheader headed your way. We'll kick things off first with the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Gophers here on ISC. Sean Walker joined by Pete Gasho this evening. You see the records on the screen. 12-9 for Clinton Central, 15-7 for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. But when these two get together, typically you can throw records out the window. This has been a rivalry for days that go all the way back to Linda Barnett and Connie Garrett, and maybe even before them. But I'm telling you, these two teams they're very familiar with each other, Pete.
So pretty cool. The doubleheader tonight, girls game, boys game to follow it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one here tonight.
Little senior night in between. We'll honor the girls already had their senior night, so they'll do the boys basketball team, wrestling, some of the other winter sports will be honored in between games. We'll carry part of that for you as well. Coming into tonight's game, you've got a couple of teams. Clinton Prairie really has been trending in the right direction. They've won 8 straight games. They've started to figure out Coach Henley's coaching style, his offense, and 8 straight games have them at 15-7 on the season. On the other side for Clinton Central, this is their best start since the 2019-20 season when they started 11-7. And this is only the 3rd time that they've had 12 wins since 2003. So this is an up-and-coming team. And to make it even more familiar for these two squads out here tonight, the 2 best players on each team, they're cousins. So you've got Tinley Neal and you've got Kendall Davison. They're related. Tinley Neal went over 1,000 points last week against Eastern. Joins her sister in that category. She's number 7 all-time in school history. And Kendall Davidson overtook the number 1 spot for Clinton Central in their last game. She is 3 points shy of 1,000, but already the all-time leading scorer in girls basketball history. It's pretty impressive.
Can you say basketball family?
There you go. You absolutely can. Clinton Prairie will start out with the basketball first. Their starters, as usual, you've got Neal, Eckenbarger, Swan, Beck, and Nash, and a 3-hit right there from Swan.
Swan gets it going for the Gophers. Good open look that time, and she lets that one go. Nothing but net.
The other side of the court, typical starters here as well for this Clinton Central Ball Club. It's Kendall Davidson, Erica Robbins, Courtney Serber, Sam Adams, and Sarah Parkinson. This is a Clinton Central team, Pete, that's been dealing with illness recently, and literally coach said, hey, if it wasn't for Kendall Davidson making the run that she's making and needing the points and having just barely enough to get the games in, we probably would have canceled these last 2 regular season games. Both ready for the tourney.
Both these teams down, a few players. Wilson and Good for the Gophers may not see the floor here tonight. So, the girls are going to have to come ready to go, and they're going to see a lot of extra minutes. And for the Gophers, who's going to step up and kind of fill those spots then to give some of these girls some rest?
You hear it all the time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is literally next girl up in this game.
Yep.
You got your 5 starters on the floor for both teams, but when you go to the bench, it's going to be a little thinned out for both sides this evening. Clinton Central wearing the black uniforms, green numbers. Nice scoop shot there from Davidson, but can't get it to fall. Swan on the rebound. Eckenbarger with the basketball, number 21 there for the Gophers. She's been a real bright spot for this team. Towards the end of the season, you get a foul there between cousins.
That was a hard go at it right there for Kendall Davidson. She was jumping in that passing lane. She wanted to get that steal and that layup.
Little family.
One up on you, cuz.
I've heard of sibling rivalry, but maybe this is just a family rivalry. When you put on the uniforms, you forget about the bloodlines at that point in time. Neal down the lane, scoop shot, rolls in and out. Nash unable to save, but last touch by a Bulldog. Sarah Parkinson in the vicinity for Clinton Central.
That was a good move for Tinley there. Just straight down the lane. It opened up and got an open look at the basket. That's what they want to do. We'll try to drive to the basket here tonight. Give some of those easy shots, and when they get the man open outside, try to hit those long range.
Eckenbarger goes baseline to Nash. Jumper too strong, rebounded. Now Davison will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Kendall been on a little bit of a scoring tear lately. Recently had 21 points versus Eastern. Scoreless so far here tonight, 3-0.
Nice look. Oh, could not get that one to go down.
A couple of good looks early for the Bulldogs, but to Pete's point, kind of a lid on that end. Collision down here. Beck will head to the free throw line, and you'll get the first foul on Sarah Parkinson.
Clinton Central's gonna have to get down the floor quick because Gophers will push the ball and again try to get those easy layups.
With Caitlyn Beck, this is a point I was going to make tonight in the basketball game. She has done a fantastic job all season long of getting to the free throw line. And she shoots at a decent clip, 68%. But she's had only 7 free throw attempts in the last 6 games. And it's part of the challenge for Coach is getting her to be aggressive again. She does early here in this one. 1 of 2, 4-0 lead. Adams with it. Back out top to Robbins. They weren't sure if Robbins was going to play. She'd hit her head last night in the game versus Pioneer.
Yeah, it's good to see that wasn't too serious, and she's able to get out there and play hard tonight. Clinton Central definitely needs her on the floor.
Able to pass concussion protocols and get back into the lineup this evening. Eckenbarger with the kick to Nash. Swan patient, cross-court pass to Eckenbarger. The corner, good ball movement from the Gophers.
Really good ball movement. That extra pass right there was the key, Sean. Oh, there's almost a turnover.
Good sign for the Gophers as Sydney Swan has hit 2 threes here in the first quarter. Swan's been quiet of late, just 7 of 31 over the last 3 games from the floor at 22%. She's 2 for 2 tonight from range.
Another good foul. Couldn't get it to go. They get the reach-in foul now.
Nash will pick up her first foul on the evening, 90 feet away from the other bucket. A 7-0 lead here early on for the Gophers. Kendall Davison with 997 points for her career. 3 points tonight. She'll reach that 1,000-point mark. Mentioned earlier, became the school's all-time leading scorer from the girls' side last week. She broke Whitney Avery's record that was set back in 1999. Had 966 career points.
Well, that was a good pass that time.
You got 2 teams here that are very well coached. Coach Henley comes out of retirement, takes over the Gopher program here. And Amy Anthrop left abruptly before the beginning of the season. Coach Don Helmick, longtime head coach. Had some previous stops, finds his way to Clinton Central.
Oh, man, nice job.
Parkinson finds the first field goal for Clinton Central. That's Kendall Davidson's second foul, and that's something to have to keep an eye on.
Again, it's being really aggressive here early. Got that reach-in foul again. She's got to be careful.
Coach Helmick's been at Cascade, Paoli, and Caston. Now here at Clinton Central. He actually sits 46th all-time in girls basketball history win-wise with 231 victories. Neal loses it going down the lane out of bounds, gives the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Gophers having trouble hanging on to the ball here tonight.
Coach Helmick's first year at the helm of the Bulldog program. A team that's been turned around pretty quickly here. Won a sectional championship last season. Have a 12-9 record coming into tonight.
One of the things Coach Helmick said was, that he needed his girls to take care of the ball here tonight. They've had a lot of turnovers lately. So far, this first quarter, they've done that. They've done pretty well. They just can't get the ball to go down. They had some good looks, just not able to get it go down in the hoop.
That's one thing the Gophers have definitely been this year, Pete. When we've seen them play, they've been aggressive on the defensive end. You know, one of the players that we love to watch defensively play is Claire Eckenbarger. 91 career steals in 69 games. She has 50 of those this season. She keeps that trend up, she'll be climbing into the top ranks in school history.
Yeah, she does a really good job. You know, doesn't have goofy fouls. You know, ones unnecessary. Does a good job moving her feet and D'ing up.
30-second timeout allows us to thank our sponsors here this evening. Our first will be Ardente Dental, where they offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. Believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. Look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but for your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. I thank Dr. Jill Snyder for her sponsorship here on the ISC Sports Network. All these local teams.
Gotta love the students over there for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. Got the ESPN Gopher Dome, all dressed up in suits.
That was the theme tonight.
I love it.
My daughter is in attendance somewhere in the crowd.
Fun to see them get into it. In these rivalry games, just, you know, students always come out, have some good stuff like that. So great shot there by the Gophers.
Tinley Neal knocks down a three. The Gophers tonight, 3 3-pointers here in the first quarter.
Tinley says, you know, I've tried twice going to the hoop. This time I'm just let it fly from the outside.
Coach Henley said, Pete, we got to be able to shoot the ball against this zone defense from Clinton Central, but we want to do it from the inside out. So far tonight, they're getting it done from the outside in.
It is one of those unforced turnovers.
Sam Adams had a rough night last night. She's one of the key players here for Clinton Central. 7 points and 3 rebounds in the loss to Pioneer, but she was just 1 of 8 from the floor. We've seen her have some good games this season for Clinton Central, and she's very capable. 24 points and 12 rebounds versus Faith Christian. That's arguably her best game of the season.
Yeah, she can get back into it here tonight. She's just got to play hard, work it from the defensive side. There you go, now push.
Davidson,
I like
good
that.
look.
Oh.
Blocked down low by
man.
Abby Swan. Courtney Serber had nowhere to go that time.
Oh boy, missed him down low.
Abby Swan, baseline jumper, too strong. It's one of the toughest shots in basketball is that baseline jump shot.
It is, yes.
You don't have the help of the backboard. Your judge of distance has to be good. Serber loses it out of bounds here. Another turnover. Gives the ball back to the Gophers. 10-4. First quarter action here. Friday night basketball on the IHSAA Sports Network.
Good hard-nosed defense by the Gophers. Oh, great look down low. There's that inside out.
Swan missed that three. She's knocked down 2 already in this game. That ball punched out from behind by Eckenbarger. Neal tracks it down, looking for a teammate. Basketball loose and 50-50 ball.
Yeah,
Davison comes out with it.
A little sloppy on both ends.
Under 20.
Oh, man, that is some hounding defense. Wow.
Defense all over the place and spacing right now. A little bit of a problem for the Bulldogs. Number 11, Autumn Long checks into the game. Autumn, a 5'7" junior for the Bulldogs. This one inbounds and then knocked away. 13.7 on your clock.
Yeah, Gophers making this last seconds really difficult here.
Now a traveling violation there. She came across, established a pivot foot, and slid just a little bit in the eyes of the official.
See what the Gophers do here in the last 10 seconds. Great pass.
Good design. Neal can't get it to go. Swan on the follow, can't get it to fall either. And our first quarter comes to an end. 10-4, your score. Clinton Prairie on top of Clinton Central after one. Here on the ISC Sports Network.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. That's why Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology and is growing their presence in north central Indiana. Because every community deserves infrastructure and beyond. To learn more, contact us today.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School. Second quarter action. Ready to get started here on the ISC Sports Network. Sean Walker, Pete Gashill, Tony Stewart, Jake Morris. Our squad here this evening. Be Clinton Central basketball. Start the second quarter out just 4 points in that first quarter for the Bulldogs.
Another takeaway.
Swan running the other way, gets the lay-in. Swan with 8 points this evening already. Averages 9.2 per game. Good to see her break out of a little bit of a shooting slump that she's had recently. Bottom long with it. Long looking for a teammate.
Oh, one extra step. Yep.
Drug the pivot foot. Another turnover for Clinton Central. So those are starting to mount against the Bulldogs here. It's the Clinton Central team that's been on a little bit of a roll lately. Pete won 4 of their last 5. This team started 1-5 on the season. They find themselves 12-9. So much like we said about Henley having the Gophers playing well towards the end of the season, you can say the same about Coach Helmick and these Bulldogs.
That's a good block down the floor. Again, another turnover.
Good drop off.
Great assist. Good shot.
Caitlyn Beck with 3. Give the assist to Eckenbarger.
Yeah, very smart play. Very unselfish, these Gophers this half. Taking the extra pass.
Partially blocked there, last touched.
Ooh, boy.
Looked like last touch by the Gophers.
Yeah,
they
sure
give the
did.
Bulldogs the ball.
Sure did.
Eckenbarger will handle the point guard duties on this possession up the floor. Claire, that nice pass last time. She averages 3 assists per game.
She does a good job of running the floor. Sees the floor really well, makes good passes.
Had the hot hand for about 4 straight games.
There's a good, strong move. And the Bulldogs need more of that.
Parkinson gets a bucket around the rim. Swan a little short. Finished my thought from a minute ago. Eckenbarger was on a roll there for 4 straight games, scoring 18 or more points. Fell off just a little bit, had 6 points the other evening. Talked to her dad, he said she was a little disappointed. She was enjoying scoring above 20. Had 23 points against Frankfort last week.
I think everybody would would enjoy that. But it's good that, even though she didn't get those points, she was still doing those little things, that she does when she's out there on the floor to help her team win.
Davison with that free throw, unable to get it to go.
Ooh,
She's just 1 point shy right now of 1,000 for her career.
Oh, that was a hard hit.
Ball skipped ahead and then turned over on this end. So both teams a little sloppy with the basketball early. It's the sophomore Erica Robbins with it. She dumps it off to the corner. Missed shot there.
Ooh, the Gophers just not letting them get comfortable from their outside shooting. Always somebody there with a hand in their face. Those shots they have to really, if they want that look, they really got to throw it up fast.
Gophers skip to the corner. Neal lets the three fly and she knocks it down.
Goodness, that looked good as soon as she shot it.
Tinley with 6 points in the contest. She's got a pair of threes from beyond the arc. Tinley now just 9 points away from passing Heather Allen, who's now Heather Foster, for sixth all time in scoring.
Another great look inside for the Bulldogs.
Parkinson's a good-looking sophomore, Pete. I've been impressed with every time we've seen her play this year. I've got to see her play against Frankfort, Rossville, and now against Prairie.
Well, I think they need to continue to do that till the Gophers find a way to stop it.
Great hands and footwork around the bucket for number 44. Eckenbarger draws the foul on Long. That'll send Eckenbarger to the free throw line. Claire shooting 68% on the season from the stripe. It's her first point in tonight's contest. Sam Adams checks back in for the Bulldogs. Tatum Nash comes back in for the Gophers. Eckenbarger gets the roll.
How about that?
Ball back to Davison. Down low to Parkinson. Shot up.
There you go.
Pete, I'm with you. Continue to feed her till they stop it. She's got 8 of the 10 points for Clinton Central.
She's pretty dominating down there, She's got a good move, fast step.
Swan goes baseline, kicks. Neal to Eckenbarger, 3 on the way.
Ooh.
No, but Abby Swan there for the rebound. Neal, Euro step.
Ooh, look at him crash the boards.
Another offensive rebound.
How about Nash just taking it away from 3 Bulldogs?
Swan looking for her third 3 of the night, leaves this one a little short.
Oh, boy.
Davidson will now bring it up for the Bulldogs. Sam Adams not looking for that pass. Neal has the defender turned backwards, up, gets the roll. Tinley now with 8 points. Her and Swan combining for 16 of the Gophers' 21. Adams with it, penetrates against Nash, shot in the lane.
Oh, boy.
Can't get it to go, she'll draw the foul. Let's see if they get Nash or Swan here.
Yep. Ooh, that's Nash's third.
So as Pete just alluded to, Nash picks up her third foul. Junior Sam Adams at the line. Rattles home the first. Cuts the lead to 10. Nash comes out. Beck comes back in for the Gophers. Adams, one of those Bulldogs, we told you, very capable of putting up some big points, but also big rebounds as well. She had the 12 rebounds versus Faith Christian. She had 16 rebounds versus Delphi. Not afraid to get in there and scrap. Eckenbarger down low to Abby Swan. Out to Sydney Swan.
That's a lot of time.
Little sister's intuition. Knew right where her sister was on the floor.
Yeah. Well, she had a good look at it.
I can tell you, as this season's gone along, Abby Swan's gotten a lot more minutes on the varsity, Pete, and it's because of plays like that with the effort, offensive glass. And when given her opportunities like last week, we covered the Gophers. They were up big, and Abby Swan poured in about 10 or 11 points there in the fourth quarter. That was against Frankfort. All the games start to run together after a while.
Oh, another unforced turnover. These are killing the Bulldogs.
Neal playing safety there defensively. Good ball movement. Good recovery, though, from Clinton Central, really. Pete, I almost think the ball movement there was too fast. They threw it right back into the defense that was still on that side of the floor.
Went around the outer perimeter pretty quick. And Swan got it. She's like, I'm taking it to the hoop.
Beck, 3.
Too hard on that one. Great
Swan
rebound again.
To Swan. Got it.
Good pass. Wow.
A little swan-to-swan connection down low. That'll make mom and dad happy somewhere. Long back out top to Parkinson. She leads the Bulldogs in scoring tonight with 8 points so far.
Back down to her again.
Adams ran out of real estate, knocked out of bounds, though, off of Abby Swan. Having Grace Good out of the rotation tonight will bode well for a player like Gwen Douglas. She plans to come in and get those minutes that Grace normally gets here.
There's a steal.
Eckenbarger, what a thread the needle.
Man, good bounce pass.
Nice hands from Swan to be able to come up with that, too, in traffic.
Swan not able to hold on to it.
Eckenbarger, another bounce pass to the interior.
What a pass again.
Swan with 10 points. Some hot shooting here this evening. But a beautiful dime again from Eckenbarger. It's been fun to watch Davison and Neal kind of battle it out here this evening, especially knowing their family on opposite sides of the floor tonight.
Yeah.
No foul called there. Eckenbarger lost the ball out of bounds.
That was a good move. That time just got tangled up with the legs. That's a good no call.
We go baseline to Davidson here, trying to find her in a different spot on the floor. So now out of bounds off of Douglas. Adams lets that shot fly off the mark, rebounded by Douglas. Under 10 seconds to go before the half. Neal to Eckenbarger. Back to Neal. Somebody's got to get a shot up. Good if it goes.
Oh.
Off the mark. And that's how our first half comes to an end. 25-12 your score. Clinton Prairie on top of Clinton Central. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to Pure Spirits. to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is game time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. Access to broadband internet could be the difference between providing an education and leaving new generations behind.
Living in rural America, the biggest obstacle was that we were trying to find a comprehensive approach to address the complexities of my son's autism. I mean, we needed people that could break down the complex issues that we were experiencing, that I understood what I needed to do, that by having high-speed internet, we were able to get the resources and the education we needed.
Mulberry has recognized that there is a need in our community for broadband internet. This has been something that we have been focusing on for the last 10 years. The needs that are all around us with jobs and schools and medicine and many layers of needs that are out there now. But it's not just that, it's the bandwidth required for those needs. You think about any normal residential family and look at what they're doing on a daily basis. It changes a lot, but the bandwidth requirements seem to be that consistent element of this. But also even more than that, we're starting to expand into the CLEC portion, which is the non-traditional boundaries that we have. And so for us, it's a natural transition because of our aggressive stance with fiber and where we hope to go even in the future. So it's enabled us to be in that place where as we build out these networks, we're seeing the needs of today, but we're also doing it and recognizing the needs of tomorrow and trying to build out that way.
Fiber optic technology can enhance a community's way of life and provide new opportunities never before available. Luckily, local organizations are working together to solve the problems that major telecom providers have ignored.
Being able to deploy new technologies like fiber optic internet, for example, I think is imperative. And during the pandemic, we've kind of seen that. Everybody, regardless of the location, needs to be able to work, attend school, even consult with doctors completely remotely. And that's something nobody could have predicted 2 years ago. So having access, regardless of location, is, well, necessary to be able to handle challenges like we're facing now in the future.
Getting access to make things beneficial for our customers. That's the key, that's the name of the game, is how can we get connected to even those furthest reaches that are out there. We started from the outside and started to work in. So a lot of our rural customers, as we built out our fiber network, they received the benefit first. And as we start to look at our future and how we're forecasting what's next for us, and we want to be able to go into these areas that we recognize a need for and go in and do what we do best, which is serve them with broadband internet. And being able to allow that rural customer the privilege to be on that network, and that's what motivates us.
Well, originally when we were with the slower internet, it was always frustrating because we couldn't communicate well with one another. A lot of the teaching and a lot of how they're training me about nutrition or about other things that I need to do within my home, the internet connection was slow or what I was saying was getting all muffled, then that's very frustrating. Definitely with high-speed internet, everything was just perfect. We were able to communicate back and forth as far as what was going on in the videos that I was sending to them, and so that was huge. I was able to really communicate, and that's what's necessary.
Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology for over 100 years. Their mission is to provide an essential infrastructure for their community and beyond.
We have lived in this house for 15 years, and it's in a rural area. and we were having terrible internet service, and that was very frustrating because I wanted to be able to run my business. I wanted to be able to also communicate with a clinic that was in Philadelphia. So there was goals that I wanted to achieve, and those goals were not going to be achieved without high-speed internet. So we approached Mulberry and we told them what our needs were, and they met those needs. They went above and beyond, and the service has been perfect.
I grew up in a rural community myself, so I understand the pain of not having any access to broadband whatsoever. So I love that every day we get to solve those challenges for everybody. Also, honestly, I just like the challenge and love the learning opportunities that come with it. This career field is so broad and vast that I feel like I could go for another 40 years and not fully master every part of it, and I think that's awesome.
Mulberry is a cooperative built and managed by local community members with the mission to provide equal opportunity and state-of-the-art technology to Americans in rural communities. Mulberry strives to provide outstanding customer service and enhance their customers' way of life.
When I started at Mulberry 5 years ago, we were using less than a sixth of our current internet traffic today. Now, after the pandemic, we've seen customers use their internet at all times throughout the day. So we're really focused on reliability, redundancy, and scalability looking into the future.
With the world that's really shaking a lot around us, we can be that stable force. We can be that connection point to get them to whatever they need to do, no matter if it's very high and of importance or if it's very low and it's just something to do for fun. As a telecommunications provider, we want to be that connection point to our customers. Our mission at Mulberry is to serve the rural community. It has been that way for 100 years and will continue to be that.
To learn more, contact us today.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
It's halftime at Prairie High School where the Gophers lead the Bulldogs 25-12 first half action. Our leading scorers in the first half for the Gophers, Sydney Swan leads the way with 10, Tinley Neal with 8, 3 for Caitlyn Beck, 2 for Eckenbarger and Abby Swan. On the other side of the court, it's Sarah Parkinson with her 8 points. They got 2 from Sam Adams and 2 from Kendall Davison, but right now it is a 13-point lead. Pete, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, for the Clinton Central Bulldogs, I think they need to see a little bit more of Sarah Parkinson, number 44. Had a lot of success with her down low, and for them, the second half is take care of the basketball.
Definitely turnovers were the story in that first half of action, but to see if the Bulldogs can take better care of the basketball. I know the Gophers were a little sloppy with it as well, but they've been able to knock down a few more shots and turn those turnovers into points on their end of the floor. We'll see if Kendall Davison can get going. Pete averages about 17 points per game, just 2 in the first half tonight. You got to wonder, she knows she needs just one more point to hit 1,000. You got to wonder if maybe she's pressing just a little bit.
Could be a little bit of pressure if she has that in the back of her mind, but, you know, just got to let your game come to you. Take those open shots when they're there for you, and she'll get it done. I have a feeling she gets it here in the second half.
It's going to do it for our first half of action on our halftime show, people. Gas Show, Sean Walker. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second half action on the ISC Sports Network. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home. $2885 today to get started.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Third quarter from Clinton Prairie High School underway. The Gophers play host to the Bulldogs, 25-12 lead. It's been a nice scoring night so far for Sydney Swan and Tinley Neal. They're in that first half. Parkinson right there has been the go-to player so far for the Bulldogs offensively. Pete, you and I talked about turnovers there at the half, and right away, both teams come out with one.
Yeah, a little sloppy start for both these teams. See if the Gophers can get one dialed in here.
Gophers really trying to spread the floor and work this zone defense. Swan knocks down a three. That's her third of the night.
Man, that was smooth.
Sydney shooting 27% from the three-point line. Shot about 3 of 5 tonight so far.
Nobody moving for the Bulldogs.
Davidson forces that one up.
Yeah, she said, I'll do it myself.
Eckenbarger to the corner. Beck sets her feet, fires. Can't get it to go. Good job by Adams there, Pete. Did you see that? Did the box out and wanted the other player to come get the ball. Didn't want to give up that offensive rebound.
Good look down low.
Tried to go back to Parkinson there, who led him in scoring in the first half. This one through the legs, out of bounds. It'll remain Gophers basketball. Again, doubleheader tonight. It's girls' game first. Senior night festivities between games. That'll delay the start of the boys' game just a little bit.
Nice job of jumping in the passing lane, taking it away.
Good look, Davidson. Step through, shot up.
Oh, goodness, couldn't get that one to go.
Eckenbarger will bring it up now for the Gophers. Neal, three. Got it.
Boy, that's just too much space. Just too much space. Nobody closing out. Able to square up and just shoot that one.
Tinley now 4 points away from number 6 all-time in school history for the girls' side of basketball. Neal shot up. Can't get it to go. Tracked down by Robbins. Davidson will now set up the offense for the Bulldogs. Neal's been right there to meet her pretty much all night long as soon as she crosses half court. Parkinson in the lane, got it to go. Pete, you said that's the well tonight.
I think so, man. Yeah. You get that back down there, maybe they'll try to double team her. You know, you kick it back out and try to get that long shot in.
Good hustle out by Adams. She hits the floor, comes away with the loose ball. Davidson floater in the lane. No-go, Serber, blocked. Neal ahead to Eckenbarger. That one might have been partially tipped by Adams.
I think that got a piece of that one.
Serber, two-pointer on the way, a little too strong. Jump ball in the lane. It's the first tie-up of this evening. Gives the ball to the Bulldogs.
We'll get a timeout now.
Timeout taken. We had a substitution there as well. We'll get you that name momentarily. Tonight's game brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition was formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who are interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.org. We knew we might see some players tonight, Pete, from the JV roster. As Coach told us, just a little thin this evening as far as depth is concerned. So number 40 comes into the game. That's Ashlyn Cruz, 5'7", sophomore. This one knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Kendall Davis is working really, really hard.
Ball here, good pass. And then a errant pass. They tried to get it back to Davidson. Neal with the easy takeaway. Gophers will now slow it down to set up the offense. Cross-court passing. Swan, 3 on the way. This one's short, but Beck's there for the rebound.
Going back, perfect position. That came right down to her hands, and she immediately goes right back up.
Beck 1 for 2 from the line tonight. She has 3 points in the contest. Had a season high of 19 points versus North White earlier in the season. If you voted most improved player on this Gophers squad right now, it's got to be Caitlyn Beck this season. Has really, really stepped up in her first season of full-time varsity. Averaging 7.6 points per game in the junior year. Shot the ball really well for the Gophers. Comes up with the turnover here.
Good job by Eckenbacher that time, just taking it back out, resetting.
Tracked down by Long. Davidson still looking for that 1,000th point. Currently sitting at 999. In the lane, shot up, no good, but she'll head to the free throw line. Kendall 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Hit her first 2, missed her last 2. Called the foul on Sydney Swan, her first foul tonight. Official having a conversation with the videographer under the bucket, asking him to get out of the eye shot.
He's been very concerned about everybody along the wall there tonight. He's had a conversation
on both ends.
About everybody on each end, yeah.
I think nerves for Kendall that right now are starting to catch up with her. She knows she needs one more. Come on, Kendall. Misses that one as well.
Get it back, get it back.
Good job from the sophomore Parkinson coming over and giving her pat, telling her she'll be all right. We'll get a timeout here from Clinton Central. Coach Helmut going to talk it over as well with his squad, which will give us an opportunity to thank another one of our sponsors this evening, Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram, located at 311 Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette. I want to thank Daylene Rose for her sponsorship and her staff over at Defining Looks.
You know, for Kendall, you almost got to tell her, hey, go out there and play basketball, right? And don't worry, if you have that in your head, you think you have to score, don't worry about that. It's going to come because she's going to get an open look.
Certainly. I mean, this is a young lady that averages almost 17 points per game and has put up some big numbers all season long. I'm with you. I think she's just pushing a little bit. Maybe in her own head, just confidence-wise right now.
Yeah, just play some defense. On the offensive end, just try to distribute the basketball. That ball's going to get to her, and she's going to get an open look.
Gophers patiently working it around the arc.
She's got a couple fans in here want to see it.
Eckenbarger lets the three fly. Off the mark, good follow by Neal.
Oh, the cleanup.
So we're kind of tracking a few things. Davidson needs 1 point. Tinley needs 2 more points. She'll be in 6th place on the girls' list.
And I like them going back down low again. Number 44. She's got to be in position, though, when they give her that ball.
They find Eckenbarger. Kick out. Abby Swan lets a three fly.
Oh, that dude bounces around. I thought it was going to go down.
Davidson splits the defense.
There you go.
Layup, no good. Pretty good look at it that time.
Wide open, yeah. And that's kind of shot that'll come to her right there. I felt like those early ones, she's really working hard to try to find something there. Good tie up. Ball should belong to the Bulldogs.
Yep, possession back to Clinton Central. Pete, this Clinton Central team is a team that just 6 years ago were 0-23. Now here they are at 12-19. They've got a young roster.
Well, you look
Davison,
at
the only senior.
Yeah. 5 freshmen. 3 ball on the way.
She
Boom.
got it. Congratulations is in order. Davison, you can see it now, the elation. Getting to
Big
the
smile.
1,000-point mark. Congratulations, Kendall Davison. You are the first Lady Bulldog to ever reach the 1,000-point mark. You had already taken over the lead, but now you are in a league of your own when it comes to school history. Congratulations, Kendall Davison. It has been such a pleasure and so fun, and what a great moment for Cousins right here to be able to cover Kendall Davison.
That's pretty cool.
For her career.
Hold on
Tried
to
bounce
that.
it. There's no air in that one.
Let's see if she doesn't loosen up here now a little bit and just kind of go with the flow. That's really cool. Look at that.
What a great shot. That has got to be a very proud family right there, Pete. And you know, you could make that even cooler as you could bring out Tinley's older sister, Tatum, who's also over the 1,000-point mark. She is currently 3rd in scoring in school history at Clinton Prairie with 1,400 points.
You maybe see, maybe later on Facebook, all those basketballs sitting together. That's really neat. Nice job of the recognition for that young lady, and congratulations to her. 1,000 points, great career. Well done.
You know, you can be rivalries all you want, but it's really cool to be able to stop and honor the opposing player like that. So hats off to Brian Eaton and the staff at Clinton Prairie High School for allowing Kendall to have that moment, one that she's undoubtedly not ever going to forget. Now we get back to basketball. 35-17, your score. The third quarter winds down. Neal shot up.
Nice.
She gets her too.
And boy, she's had some good looks underneath the basket here tonight.
And with that point, Tinley Neal just passed Heather Foster for 6th in girls history at CP. And she's probably got a few more games to go where she can add to that total a little more as well.
Another 3 on the way, this time a little short.
It's a 20-point lead tonight here for the Gophers. The third quarter comes to an end here in about 12 seconds. We'll take a break after this and When we come back, we'll tell you where these two teams are headed.
Gotta go
for
quick.
sectional action. Shot up.
Ooh.
And off the mark. 37-17 your score after 3. Back with more on ISC.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School. Fourth quarter action set to start. 37-17 your score. Pete, we saw a really cool moment a minute ago. Kendall Davison got to her 1,000th point. The very next bucket for the Gophers put Tinley Neal into 6th place. Girls all-time scoring. There's such crossover. You got these two girls here tonight. They're family, playing against each other on the floor. You go back and you've got Linda Barnett and Connie Garrett that were frenemies, enemies during the season. They became great friends later in life as Eckenbarger tries to get the shot to fall. But you've got such the crossover. As Tinley Neal's father, Matt Neal, was a Clinton Central graduate. If Tinley is able to play about 4 more games and keep the scoring pace she's got, guess who she'll pass for 5th place? Marianne Smith, who became Marianne Orr, right?
Yep.
And her kids attended
There we
Clinton
go.
Central High School.
Right back
So once
around.
again, it's that tie back and forth between these two over the years, and it's pretty cool to see.
Marianne Smith, Monica Smith, both were excellent athletes over at Clinton Prairie. Great volleyball players.
Abby Swan gets the Gophers on the board here first in the fourth quarter. 4 points for the freshman this evening. It's number 3, Lindsay Wall-Smith with the basketball. Taken away by Eckenbarger, finds Neal. Shot off the mark, but followed up by Sydney Swan. 15 points tonight for Swan. Just 6 points away from her season high. She had 21 earlier in the year versus Logansport. This one thrown away. Neal, the other way, pull-up jumper.
Got it.
That is a portion of the game I would love to see come back. Why overdrive and potentially miss the layup? I get you can go to the free throw line, but pull up, wide open, knocked it down. Calvert Cheney made a living of it in the Big Ten back in the day with the mid-range game. I believe he's the all-time scorer in Big Ten history. Actually, I know he is. I'm just pointing that out.
The old mid-range shots, everybody wants to shoot it from the three-point range, or they want to dunk or drive,
Yeah.
But you're right.
Wherever you find open space is where you should take the shot from. The official again reminding people to stay out of the lane. It's for player safety. Eckenbarger that time was looking for Nash to stay where she was.
Got a little way. Good thing they were there to pick it up.
Puts the ball on the floor. Good pass to the corner.
Oh, boy. Eckenbarger went wide open. Not a bad drive to the hoop, but they kick back out. She's got a wide open look.
Parkinson's had a nice night on the glass for the Bulldogs.
Right down low. There you go.
Done a good job in the scoring column as well. She'll earn a trip to the free throw line here. We'll talk about a good player and a sophomore in Parkinson, Pete. She has scored in double figures in 18 of their 21 games, including 10 straight. She's also had 6 games with 10 or more rebounds.
She's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
Yep.
She's in double figures again here tonight.
She continues to play like she is. She's going to be a great player there for the Bulldogs.
Even last night, playing against a team like Pioneer, who's having a great year. They're like 19-4. Parkinson still had 10 points and 7 rebounds in that loss. Not afraid of the big moment. And we'll get to see her for the next couple of years here in Clinton County and on our coverage of ISC Sports Network.
Again, she's got a good basketball build. She's got long arms, long legs. She can really stretch out. But more importantly, when she gets that defender on her back side there, she has a really good first step, turn and put it up against the glass and lay it in. And the thing is, she's quick about it. If she decides to go, she goes.
Gophers got a hand on that one, deflected it out of bounds. Let's see what Coach Helmick draws up here on this inbounds play. He dials up. Robbins. Another sophomore on this team. They're young. I know we briefly mentioned it, but other than Davidson, this is a young team. Autumn Long with her first field goal tonight. Autumn's a junior. I look down at their varsity roster, Pete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freshmen dressing varsity basketball this year for Clinton Central.
1 senior, two juniors, 3 juniors on that team. So you can say the future's looking pretty good for the Bulldogs.
Especially when you look at this season and you go, hey, they're 12-9 right now. I mean, I know tonight's not going their way, but you're 12-9 on the season. You got 5 freshmen dressing on your varsity roster, just 1 senior. I mean, this is a team that is going to be built to win for the future, and that's probably what attracted Coach Don Helmick to the job. We said 6 years ago this is a team that went 0-23. Now here they are, very quickly have turned it around. Young players up and down the lineup, contributing. Excited to see how these Bulldogs progress over the next couple of years.
Yeah, same here.
And really, you could almost say the same thing about the Gophers. 2 seniors on the team.
Clinton Prairie's the same way. Yep, a lot of juniors for the Gophers there, but they have potential for the next couple of years too with the players that are out there.
There's some underclassmen that are on the JV that play really well for these Gophers. Right now, Coach Henley's elected to kind of keep them at that JV level just to get them those minutes so they can continue to play.
Another Wilson girls, Haven and
Hiley.
Wilson, or Hiley, yes, both of them very good ball players. They're going to improve over the next couple of years too. So, I think Prairie's, you can say pretty loaded right now.
This rivalry the rosters may turn over, but the rivalry's renewed.
That's right. Yep.
Gophers have done an excellent job on the offensive glass tonight. Beck comes down with another offensive rebound there, and then a foul called.
Gophers could not get one to go down there at all.
It's one of the hardest things to do at this level, though, Pete, is when you're playing a zone defense is box out. Really, really has to be a focus. And tonight the Gophers have done a good job of slipping to the bucket.
It was such a good cut to the basket right there. And that was so fast.
Even to that point on the missed shot, Tatum Nash was right there with the rebound. So the Gophers were going to have another one. But Neal's headed to the line.
They dropped back in that zone, and Neal, man, she knew where she needed to go.
20 points on the board tonight for the senior. It's been a fun to watch Tinley over 4 years really grow and kind of take over the leadership role on this team for the Gophers.
The thing for the Gophers, too, is that when Tinley Mill has struggled, there's always been that person who's stepped up. You know, the Eckenbarger, she's played very well, you know. So that's what, you know, going for the Gophers there. They got that.
They've always seemed to have the 1-2 punch on the night. If it wasn't Neal and another player, it was Swan and Beck or Eckenbarger and Beck. That's what's bode well for these Gophers over their last,
right there,
8 straight wins.
Oh, boy, could not hold on to it.
Robbins, 3, knocks it down.
There you go.
Erica Robbins with her first field goal tonight. 19-point lead for the Gophers. If you're tuning in looking for the boys basketball game, we'll have that one for you after the conclusion of this one. They'll do senior night festivities. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get you the boys action.
Get another one. Oh. Good hustle.
Tracked down by Serber.
Man.
Eckenbarger there with the steal.
It's another thing with Eckenbarger. She really sees the floor really well, and she almost has a sense of where that pass is going to be, you know, going to. And man, she is quick to get there.
She continues to add to the steal mark. She had 50 steals coming into tonight in 22 games.
She may not have had a lot of points here tonight, but man, she had a few assists there that were just really pretty. And again, her passing is excellent too, defensive wise. Yeah, you can't really, you know, say enough about how she plays ball here.
One thing really impressive about Claire, she never forces anything. She lets the game completely to come to her. And if it's an offensive flowing night, so be it. If it's not, she makes the right pass every time.
Look down low, there you go, turn.
Just like that, good pass there.
She catches, turns, and puts the ball right up, and that's what you got to do.
We were giving credit to Eckenbarger, and then Clinton Central comes down and does the right thing. Right ball movement, get it to the right player, and knock it down.
Number 44, Parkinson, she's going to be a really good player for the Bulldogs. Excited to watch her progress over the next couple years.
The Gophers have gone to their reserves as well here. Number 5, Emma Nash into the game. Talk about Douglas, she's in the game. And in the last home game of the season, at least the regular season, the Gophers get the win. 47-30, your final score here from Clinton Prairie High School. Pete, your final thoughts on this one.
Congratulations to Kendall Davison. Excellent job for her tonight. Got the 1,000 points. And congratulations to the Gophers.
Again, a spectacular night of basketball as Davison gets to that 1,000 point, as Pete just alluded to. And then we saw Tinley Neal finish with 21 points tonight and get into 6th place all time in girls basketball history. That's going to do it for our coverage here from the girls basketball game here tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, boys basketball action. It'll be the Bulldogs and the Gophers again here on ISC Sports Network. For the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, you need a managed Wi-Fi service with advanced Blast Wi-Fi. Blast Wi-Fi systems provide ultimate coverage, ultimate performance, and ultimate power all the time. Available from Mulberry Telecommunications, Blast Wi-Fi systems feature the latest Wi-Fi 6 technology and are equipped with unrivaled bandwidth and 4 times more simultaneous connections so you can connect tons of devices throughout your home with no lag and no downtime. Plus, with 24/7 support and remote troubleshooting, you can rest assured that Mulberry Telecommunications is always here to help you should any issues arise. In addition, the Ultimate Managed Wi-Fi also comes with the Ultimate app. The Command IQ mobile app puts you in control of your home network and makes it easy to set up and connect devices. Run